I want to talk to you about the tyranny of goals and why maybe all this talk about goal setting and New Year's resolutions is completely off the mark. So I'm a planner person. Everybody who knows me knows my planner. Like, it lives with me, it walks around with me, it lives in my pocket. I got a big one, so it's not like a pocket-sized planner, but it goes with me everywhere, and it contains my life. It has, birthdays and schedules and the weather report and meal plans and memories and all of this stuff. It keeps my life organized. I've got 3 kids. I've got a husband with a job. I've got a full-time job. We're going places. We're doing things. And so I need something to keep me organized. And for me, it's this planner. It's the plot of my life. And so, like most planner people, I spend a lot of time in December thinking about how I want to set up my planner for the next year. What is my 2024 planner going to look like? And I did. I picked a new one this year. I've planner hopped a lot. I was a bullet journal girl for a while, but that wasn't enough structure. So then I tried a happy planner, which was too much structure. It was too big. There was too much. It was too much decorations. I'm not super artistic, so I don't like to paint or draw or put many stickers in, that kind of thing. I just need something to keep me organized. Every planner person on the internet has a goal setting video, I think. In December, they go through how they plan their goal, how they're going to set up their planner for the next year. And I diligently watched every one of them. Not every one, there's too many, but many of them. And I thought about how I was going to set up my planner for the next year. And I saw all these great ideas and everything. And I thought about it and I was going to do it. And I kept doing it. And I never did it. The pages in my planner where my goal planning would go are empty. Completely empty. I didn't set anything up, not one thing. The whole thing is empty. The truth is that we don't have as much control over those kinds of things as we'd like to think. Experts will tell you that goals should be smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, time limited, something concrete. And that's all well and good. And that's true as far as goals go. But I think the reason I've been so paralyzed with my goal setting is that I don't have that kind of vision. I don't know what the end of my year is going to be like, and it feels like too much pressure to commit to something smart and realistic and attainable. I could list a goal, I could make goals, but ultimately in the end, I don't have control over whether those goals can be met. The Bible never talks about goals. Jesus never went to his disciples and said, let's make a 3-year plan on where we want to be. Let's make a list of concrete things that we as a movement and as a people can attain. Let's sit down at the beginning of January and make a plan for our year. Jesus just never did that. And I think that's instructive for us. Then maybe all this talk about goals, all this talk about managing our lives in that way and plotting out our days and a 3-step plan to be a better person misses the point. Maybe if instead of thinking about what we can accomplish, maybe instead of thinking about this cycle of being able to check off a success for the day or a measurable, attainable, I know I made a difference kind of thing isn't what it's all about in the first place. What if that's missing the point? What Jesus does talk about all the time with the disciples is not measurable, attainable goals. Let's bring 27 people to God today. Jesus talks to the disciples about who they're going to be. What kind of person are they going to be? What is it that's inside their hearts that's driving them? And so if instead of goals we thought about intentions, if we thought about who we want to be, what kind of person God is calling us to be, what kind of attitude, what kind of purpose are we living our lives with, if we might not find more success in the long run. It doesn't really matter how many things we have or how many boxes we check off our to-do list. In the end, what really matters for us, for God, and for the people in our lives is who we are in the process. We're going to miss a lot. We're going to make mistakes a lot. We're going to have days where it doesn't seem like we can live up to that person who God called us to be. But many days, most days, we can find success in being who God called us to be. So I invite you to rethink your goals. Maybe come up with a new New Year's resolution. Maybe instead of losing 30 pounds and cleaning up your diet, maybe you might treat the grocery store worker a little differently. Maybe you might treat your family a little differently. Maybe you might own up to your mistakes or try new ones. Or hear voices maybe you didn't hear before. What if that were our goal? It seems pretty attainable to me. God bless.